What's going on, everybody? This is Urban J Reviews, and today we're going to talk about preparing for civil unrest, things to have on hand, supplies and whatnot. Let's go ahead and dive in here and take a look. So if you're going to prepare for civil unrest, you might as well prepare for everything, and you should get a book like this, Prepper's Long-Term Survival Guide. You can go through here. They've got everything from preparing for civil unrest, look at this, off-grid toilet facilities, medical equipment. I'm reading this book for the pandemic, also for the civil unrest that we have taking place now. I will put links to all of these items in the description. Should you decide you wanted to buy any of these, there will be links in the description. But this book right here, I recommend. Okay, when it comes to home defense, you gotta have pepper spray, pepper gel. This one's gonna be a little bit more heavy duty. This is from Saber Red. This one, you know, when you use it, you might wanna take precaution because some of it can end up on you. This is a much smaller pepper spray. This is from Saber Red as well. This is more of a pocket sized. Both work pretty good. And again, when there's civil unrest, you have to prepare for supply chain disruptions. So having a stash of canned goods that you can access at any point in time is a pretty good idea. I have it, that's what's going on here. Also, when it comes to that, you're gonna wanna think about water. So I have this, water filtration by Sawyer.com. I have my backup water supply. Actually, this one's empty. I should fill this up here soon. But one of the things about preparing is you shouldn't tap into your reserves ever. But maybe something like this, water will go stagnant after a little bit of time. So you'll empty them and refill them maybe every once in a while when you see fit. Having extra hygiene equipment around, like I said, in case a supply chain disruption, something like this, just regular old soap, dial soap, having that on hand is a good idea. Having plenty of candles around, never a bad idea, right? Tea light candles. In case the grid goes out, you have light at night. Plenty of batteries. You can see I've got D batteries, I've got long lasting AA batteries, got AAA batteries. So having these batteries on hand, never a bad idea. All right, so having backup gas supply on hand, these cans work in short-term solution. The best one you can get for a long-term store is going to be a NATO grade. I'll put a link to a NATO grade, but these 5-gallon cans you get at Walmart or any place really are available, and they'll work in the short term, but a NATO grade is a long-term storage. Okay, and when it comes to your attire, I have 2 different pairs of tactical pants. You can see this pair right here is the royal blue, and then the khaki color with tactical boots. These are by Under Armour. I'll put links to both of these in case you guys just need to pick these up real quick. And so these are tactical pants, tactical boots. This does go without saying, but having a firearm in the event of a really bad situation. This is a 12 gauge Mossberg. I like 12 gauge Mossbergs. I like 12 gauges with slugs. You know, you need to protect yourself in a worst case scenario. Obviously, handgun, 6 Sauer, whatever you guys like. I'm gonna show you everything, but you get the idea. Having multiple first aid kits, but I mean, if you don't have a couple and you just need one to get started, this one is an OSHA First Aid Kit. It works, gets the job done. I also have more stuff. Okay, a fire extinguisher. One of the things to keep in mind about fire extinguishers though, they do expire, so make sure they're in the green. So here, I have a Goal Zero setup. You can use this and just charge it based on supply from the house, from the grid. But if the grid goes down, you can get a solar panel like this. It's like a briefcase, fits right in here. It's called the Boulder 100 briefcase with the Goal Zero. You can actually add 12-volt batteries to go along with this. If the grid goes down, at least you have something that can power, say, a mini fridge just like that. There are other products on the line. There are other power banks like this that are strong, that come with solar systems. It's just Goal Zero, reputable brand. You know it's gonna work. That's why I went with it. All right, so when it comes to being prepared in the event that you have to bug out, a bug out bag, right? So we've already talked about this in a couple of my other videos. I'll put a link to this bag that I use, but it holds all these things, everything from a Marine Corps K-bar, military knife, which has multiple utilities. This is actually a shovel that also serves as a saw and a knife, or like a machete. And it's pretty good. It has a digging tool for like a pick. a really small sleeping bag, tactical gloves, water filtration straw in case you have to drink dirty water, you need to filter it, having a toothbrush obviously, a face mask. This is a face mask that also covers and protects your skin from sun damage. Fire starters, having that in there, matches, a lighter, solar panel, power bank, goes without saying, glow sticks, maybe you need those, a hammock to get off the ground, a sleeping bag, and another first aid kit. I've actually reviewed some of these products in detail. If you need to see that, check the channel. Some tools to consider. Let me show you this. This is a water main and a gas main wrench here. So if you need to shut off water or if you need to shut off gas, this is the main in front of your house in the event you need to do so. Having a hatchet like this will do the trick. It's also got a sledgehammer right here on the other side. Crank radio that also just happens to be solar powered. You never know. You never freaking know. Having this, what I prefer is plastic clothesline because it's durable. Tackle. You never know. Fishing tackle. Screwdriver, electric screwdriver. Who knows? You never know why you need these things. It's better to have it, not need it. Some of these have daily use cases too. So this is a solar lantern, really bright. This thing works really good. Bolt cutters, a crowbar, the bigger the better, or have a big one and a small one, and then a saw. You know why you need a saw, obviously. All right, so this is Gorilla Tape. I have duct tape, regular orange tape, some masking tape. This is a Faraday bag. This is more for an EMP. I only put this, have this on hand and just show you if you need to get a Faraday bag, Faraday box. Mission darkness, protects your electrical equipment in an EMP. A blowtorch. Why would you need a blowtorch? Well, multiple different reasons, but I have a blowtorch here. I do have a tactical vest with a camel pack for water. So you can see this tactical vest has a lot of different storage that you can use here. More lights. This is an O light. This thing is super duper. It's got a glass breaker right here. Very strong lumens. It's an O light. But a headlamp will work just as good. Headlamps. Love headlamps. Got many of them. Having a really good pair of sunglasses is really important. Also, I wanted to mention having a map of the area. If you live in Chicago, you want a city map of Chicago plus a map of Illinois. You'd be surprised. Sometimes you lose bearings. You also should have a compass. I have those tactical bracelets. I'll put a link to those tactical bracelets that just have a compass on it, but depends on what you really need. With a compass, you could have one in your hand, up to you. Propane, having a main supply of propane and a backup propane. So 2 propanes at least. You know, a lot of people don't really realize this about pools, but pools actually serve as a backup water supply, or in this case, a spa. So you get a really thick tarp. Put a link to the one that I use. You put a tarp over it. And by the way, how long does chlorine really last in the water? What, 20 days? So having this is actually like having a backup water supply. You'll need that water filtration stuff that I showed you. I'll put a link to one of the preferred water filtration systems if you guys are interested in something a little bit more heavy duty. Having solar lamps or solar lights is really effective. You can see I've got this one, got one on the wall. This provides a really good lighting in case you need it. My favorite are these home and garden ones. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the solar lights because I think that's something to consider. Believe it or not, I recommend having a pair of these rubber boots. You don't have to have them, but you know, these are made in USA, rubber boots, flooding, whatnot. Not necessary, but I have them, and I can see why in the event of flooding of some sort, something like this would be useful. Having a pair of rubber boots never hurts to have around the house. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Also subscribing to this channel. We review a lot of different things that are relative to the daily lifestyle of living in an urban environment. You can subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and we'll see you guys on the next one.